Okay everyone, listen, welcome to episode 63 of Food for Thought. I'm just after being up in my favourite bakery in Mulneary called Strudel. Got a lovely baguette, sourdough. So I'm going home to attempt to cook wild mushroom soup. So listen, see you back in the kitchen. Bye. Okay folks, listen, welcome back. Here is the ingredients required for this. So 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 medium onions, 2 garlic cloves crushed, 1 mug of portobello mushrooms, 2 mugs of wild mushrooms, half a mug of Asian mushrooms. In fairness to the mushrooms, you can use whatever type of mushrooms you wish. You don't have to go by these 3 different varieties. I've been around a litre of home cooked chicken stock, 1 bay leaf, half a cup of cream, and 2 tablespoons of flour. So I'll just show you, take it over here now. So here's our large saucepan. There's my selection of mushrooms just washed. So I have the wild mushrooms, they're the yellowy ones, and the Asian mushrooms. I have 2 portobellos. I have 2 medium-sized onions. Got my nice fresh baguette this morning. Looking forward to that. Here is my chicken stock. So that's ready to go in around a litre. And that's my garlic mixed up with a little bit of butter. That's my real butter, my bay leaf, my cream, and my Odlum's flour. So listen, let's get cracking. Folks, listen, I have just roughly chopped the onions, broken up the Asian mushrooms, chopped the large mushroom. This is one is soft, so there's the pan turning on. So we're going to saute these in the pan 5-6 minutes. Back to you in a while. Okay, listen, here's the pot. I just sauteed the onions and the garlic for about 5 or 6 minutes until they got soft. Then I incrementally started adding the mushrooms from the large ones to the smaller ones thereafter. So I'm going to give this about, listen, 4 or 5 minutes. Okay, so put the lid back on and we'll go back to you in a while. Listen, about 7 minutes passed and I added in 2 tablespoons of flour, stirred it through it. So that's looking really good now at the moment. So I'm just going to add the stock, bring it to a boil, then take it down to a simmer and let it cook for maybe 20-25 minutes and add in the bay leaf. So back to you in a while. Okay folks, listen, the soup is just ticking over there, just on a very medium type simmer. So I'm going to give that 10-15 minutes, just going to cover it with the lid. Going to go and get a cup of tea and I'll come back to you later. Bye. Listen, welcome back everyone. Listen, the soup is nearly concluded. So it's just ticking over lovely here with the bay leaves in it. So I'm going to give it another couple of minutes. Take out the bay leaves, liquidize it, add in the fresh cream. And in fairness, for the purpose of, which is now evening, I'm going to create a baguette of sourdough bread with, here we go, stripline steak. So hopefully this should be very nice. I'm going to put some cheese on that, some lettuce, some mayonnaise. Listen, back to you later. Listen, hello folks, welcome back. Listen, the timer has ticked, the wine is poured, and listen, ready to go. Here is the wild mushroom soup. Looks good, hopefully it tastes good. Here's my well, stripline steak baguette on a bed of lettuce, mayonnaise, some maple cured bacon on top, and obviously cheese. So listen, looking good. Hopefully it tastes as good as it looks. So back in a while. And listen, welcome back everyone. Listen, I seldom actually surprise myself or shock myself, but I suppose supper this evening as prepared actually really caught me off the hop. I was hoping that it would turn out good, but it turned out absolutely incredible. Listen, I just turn around the camera for a second and just show it. So, listen, there was the baguette steak. Absolutely. Oh, listen, I don't think I can say it's actually was the nicest one I've ever tasted. For reasons I'm not 100% sure. The soup, as you can see, nothing left there. That soup was, listen, ooh, get up in the middle of the night to have it. I'll have to say before I served it up, you should always taste your food, and I did. So I added quite a bit of additional salt and pepper to just give it a kick. The wine is always as gorgeous, but listen, back to you in a second. We'll go straight to the scorecard on this one. Okay, hang on a second. Okay, listen, here we are folks. The visual, listen, the visual on both the soup and the baguette was first class. It just looked the part. Now in fairness, tasting is believing, so listen, I have to give it 5 on that one. The overall taste, that Wild Mushroom Soup was absolutely incredible. Took a little bit of preparation, a little bit of thinking, chicken stock, all that sort of stuff. But God, it was absolutely, as I can remember, probably the best wild mushroom soup I ever had. The baguette, now in fairness, I'd safely say, because I bought the baguette in a little sort of small bakery in Dunleary in Patrick Street, it was the creme de la creme. That stripline steak, would you believe, I bought 4 of them only this evening in a packet, and they were sort of tin, about sort of thickness of a cigarette, and I bought 4 of them for €6. Now I only used 1, so like, wow, but it was absolutely succulent. Okay, service, listen, the timing of the soup and the baguette and all that sort of stuff was grand. Really came together well, and be it it's the first time I've actually posted a supper, but it was an ideal supper. First thing, value for money. As I said, listen, that steak was, I don't want to use the word cheap because that sort of takes away from it, but I reckon that whole sort of supper meal cost me about $4.50. So absolutely 5 on that one. Would I cook again? Totally yes. Absolutely, totally yes. I wouldn't change a thing. As I said, so close and serving up with the soup, I just tasted it. You always should. And if it needed sort of, if it was too thick, add a little bit of water. If it was too thin, add a little bit of corn flour with cold water and just mix it in. But the consistency was absolutely perfect. Would I cook it again? Of course I would. Yeah. Total score on this supper night in Dunleary was, yeah, it's a maximum score. Listen, and I don't mean to sound surprised, but yeah, that's the first time I ever cooked wild mushroom soup. I've cooked steak baguettes before, and actually that was the best one I've ever heard, or ever had. And so listen, where are we there? So listen, I'm gonna say goodbye to you for the moment, and yeah, that one caught me on top. And in fairness, I reckon I've enough soup for the next 3 to 4 days. And the baguette is going to sort of go with a bit of scrambled egg in the morning, the remainders of the baguette. And yeah, listen, thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.